Hey, good morning. It's really early here in Seattle. I'm still in my robe. I just made fire and today day two of the Bright Line 14-day challenge that I'm doing. I mean, I'm gonna go beyond the 14 days, but I'm starting out with a 14-day challenge. And I think I did. I think I linked the group in the description box right there. Anyways, um, so day one. So this is day two. So last night when I was sitting down, so the idea of this whole thing is in the evening after you've had your dinner and everything's done, whatever, and you're satisfied, then you sit down and do your meal plan for the next day so that you have everything ready and set out and kind of get it all ready for the next day. And I didn't really understand the concept really, because I mean, whatever. But so last night I was like, oh, I gotta do my food plan. Okay, so and then it dawned on me, I haven't thought about food all day. Which, I mean, if you're a food addict, that's kind of cool because normally we spend a lot of the day concerning ourselves with what should we eat? What should we eat? you know, and a lot of the day is spent. And then when you do eat, then you have the guilt, and then you spend the rest of the day beating yourself up because you had this thing, and then it just perpetuates into more and all just so to have that scheduled, I can see already is eliminating all the talk about around everything about food. You just think about it once a day and you make your plan, and then the next day it's done and you just stick to it. That's it. And I think the most incredible thing that she's ever said is that, and I would say the most enlightened thing she's ever said is that you can't think about it as into the future. Don't look into the future. Because if you do that, then that's where all your thoughts come from. Well, what if this happens and I can't go the rest of my life without pizza, or I can't, go the rest of my life without chocolate. My God, or so, how your mind goes there. So just don't go to the future and just stay with the present moment and say, right now, I can eat this, you know? So that was surprising. And then another thing that was surprising is I was full. Like, I couldn't even eat all this stuff. I couldn't even eat it all. So, I don't know. I mean, I really don't know, I guess. I guess maybe it's just because I'm not used to eating. I'm not a vegetable eater, so I don't know. Maybe it was just because it was all the fiber and stuff or whatever. I really don't know. But I was full. I couldn't even eat it all. So, I ended up saving some of it for later. You're not supposed to have snacks, but I just did. So, I had some fruit left over, so I just had it later. I'm not sure if you're supposed to do that, but that's what I did. So it seemed to work out okay. And then the last thing is well, I haven't decided, I guess, how much I really want to share. you know? But I do wanna say that it really isn't about, like, losing the weight for me anymore. I mean, it is, but it's mostly, like, just healing from your past, you know? And I just feel like I did all this damage now. All of a sudden, I look and it's just like, "My god," you know? So, I just feel like this is really gonna work. I mean, we all know that sugar and flour is not good. It's nothing new, you know? So, it's just making the commitment to do it, you know? So, I do really wanna share where I'm at just so that at the end, I can see where I was versus when you get to the end. So so, my body hasn't been the healthiest. I haven't been giving it the best treatment, and I haven't nurtured myself very much either, and so, the body just reacts and, you have these issues, and so I've just had some issues, and I had some issues, and I had some issues, and I just kept, gaining the weight, and then I fell down a couple years ago, and I haven't been able to recover, honestly. I still can't drive. Um, and I just have a really hard time. There's just, I don't know, stuff going on. And so, kind of from an autoimmune perspective, I'm sure that once I take out the flour and the sugar, that some of this that's happening is gonna fade. So that's where I'm pretty much going with it. It really isn't even about, I mean, it is about losing weight, but I think that'll just be a byproduct, of the work the person has to do. Because this really isn't really about food. I mean, who eats when they're hungry? We're not food addicts, so it isn't really about being hungry. So that's the first thing, one of the first things you have to tackle when you go and say you're gonna go on this diet or whatever, even though this isn't really a diet. But it really is, facing that part that isn't about being hungry. So so anyway, so day 2, I have my food plan already in, and I'm just gonna stick to it. And I haven't weighed myself for the day, but I will when I get up and get ready here. So if you haven't tried anything yet, and I know this is New Year's, this is when everybody goes on their diet plans, and most people fail. So I guess to stay the course, you gotta go slow and steady. You can't really, I mean, normally I tackle everything with a bunch of excitement, enthusiasm, and this and that, but I just feel like this is really low and slow, so I'm not gonna take that approach with it like I do with everything else. So we'll just see how it goes. So if you wanna come over and come to the group, talk to me, my cousins and stuff, my aunts are there, and some people from group and stuff from a craft group I run. I don't know, there's like 35 of us or something. It's pretty small, but it's nice to have somebody to talk to if you want, you know. So anyway, see you tomorrow.